Reason for hydrogen and helium behave differently. Why hydrogen and helium shows different behavior in Joule-Thomson effect, where all other gases shows cooling effect. Why hydrogen and helium shows heating effect? To understand this particular one, if I'm taking the same experiment where adiabatic conditions are taken, under the adiabatic conditions, if I'm taking the gas in this way, where the gas is taken at very high pressure, the gas is taken at very high pressure, compressed gas, moving to either vacuum, we can say, or low pressure conditions. Now a gas is expected to move from this particular high pressure region into low pressure region. What is there on the gas molecule? If I take a gas present over here, let us say this is the gas molecule. What is expected in an ideal condition? The gas can move freely, aram se, by its own velocity, by its own kinetic energy, with no change in the momentum, velocity, energy. It should neither undergo heating effect nor undergo cooling effect. That's what is expected. But surprisingly, what was observed? The molecule which is present at high pressure region, hydrogen and helium, we know the special property. Hydrogen and helium are small in size. They are small in size. Because of small size, their molecular velocities are very much high. Molecular velocities are very high. Are very high. How much high they are, we can neglect the attractive forces. Neglect the attractive forces between them. Such high the molecular velocities are, A it can be approximated to zero. A value can be taken approximately as zero. To the high velocity they move at a given temperature, where all other gases are having an attractive forces operated between them, where hydrogen and helium are moving to a very high velocity. The attractive forces are neglected, and only the forces which are possible between the molecules is only the repulsive forces. So it is said to have the repulsive forces. In this way, the molecule is said to have the repulsive forces operated, where repulsive forces acts on the molecule. What does they do? They push the molecule with a greater velocity than what it moves. So the molecule now moves with a greater velocity. It comes with a greater velocity into this particular region. Now what will happen? According to this factor, if we observe, the molecule comes with greater velocity, it comes with a greater kinetic energy. So that means the average kinetic energy increases in the system, which is directly proportional to temperature. Temperature also rises and shows an effect called as heating effect. It shows a heating effect in this particular system, and this can be explained in such a way. Most of the gases have inversion temperature above the room temperature. So for all other gases, when you are doing the expansion, it is observed to be happening at a temperature where it is far still below the inversion temperature. So the inversion temperature is exceeding the experimental conditions of temperature, that is room temperature. So most of the gases experience cooling effect because of Joule-Thomson expansion, where hydrogen and helium, they have very low inversion temperature, and your room temperature is already exceeded the inversion temperature. Now if you do the same experiment of Joule-Thomson expansion, it leads to heating effect. But if these gases are cooled below their respective inversion temperature, and then you do the expansion of gas below the inversion temperature, then you can also see the cooling effect in case of hydrogen and helium. So this can be explained in two ways. One is with respect to the repulsive forces operated between the molecules. The other one is with respect to the temperature, which is far, far, far below the room temperature. The inversion temperature is falling below the room temperature, which is responsible for heating effect in hydrogen and helium.